Hello everyone, my name is Hinda and I am the Jewelry Hunter. Today I'm going to start back with showing you a 2-year jewelry haul. Now, I have been away for about 2 months, going on little mini vacations and just enjoying my family before winter kicks in. So now I'm back and I hope that you haven't unsubscribed because you haven't seen me lately. So with that being said, I have a lot of things, a bunch of goodies to show you. We're going to just do one bag today. I might not get through everything, but I do have some nice pieces to show you. I hope that you enjoy it. The one thing I want to say is that if you are new to my channel, welcome. And it would really be great if everyone would subscribe to my channel, click on that bell for future notifications, and give me a thumbs up. So let's get started. All right, before I open this bag, I wanted to show you this particular watch. This is the first item, and I'm gonna hold it up where you can see what it is. I really love this watch because of the design of it. You see the hearts? And I looked at this, and this is a Geneva Platinum. So it's, and let me see if I can pull this up where you can see it. Let me open this up a little bit closer. So there you are. Can you see that? That's the name brand of it. Now, this watch needs some cleaning. Like I said, this is a 2-year collection of jewelry, and all I do is just when I get it, I just bag it, and a lot of times I forget what's actually in here. I'm going to put the watch on so you can just sort of see how it looks. There you go. Going to hold it a little bit closer so you can see the details. And what I love about this is the cute little dangle. Now, this watch really doesn't sell for very much if you're interested in selling this brand of watch. But sometimes I don't care about value as much as I do the style. So here's the next piece. Now, I went to Goodwill before Goodwill decided to put all their jewelry online. I used to go to Goodwill, and like everybody else, I would go through the fashion jewelry, and you know, they always would put the best jewelry inside the case. Well, I would always find really good jewelry. So, not inside the case, but just hanging on the rack. They apparently thought that this was just regular fashion jewelry. I'm going to show this to you up close. This is a necklace that I got. I'm going to try to lay it down nice and neat so you can see it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. When I purchased this, I paid like $4.99 or something for it. I'm going to move this back so you can see it. And J. Crew and let's see, I think J. Crew, Calvin Klein, Givenchy, several of those people, they had something very similar to this, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And so this does look like that jewelry, just regular fashion jewelry. But when I grabbed this up, what I noticed was the way this is chain linked. I'm going to show you. See? It's chain linked at the top. Normally, most of the jewelry you see like this is chain linked in the middle. And the other thing that made me pay attention to this is how well this is set, and also the backing. I didn't know exactly what this was. I thought maybe it could be pewter or stainless steel. So I took it home, tested, and found out that this is sterling silver. Now, I do think that this is glass, but it could be some type of crystal or a gemstone, maybe like some type of citrine. So I do have to still test this, but it's a beautiful necklace. Let me hold it up more so you can see it. Look at that. You tell me if you think that it's citrine, a crystal, or just glass. I really do think that it's just only glass. The other thing that threw me off when I got it was that it was obvious that somebody had changed the closure on it, because you can see that it's gunmetal. So now that I know that it is actually sterling silver, I'm going to change this closure. I'm going to try to find a vintage 925 closure for this, because I do think that this is a vintage piece just by the way it's made. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you is this one that I grabbed up. I think I paid 99 cents for it, and found out that this is sterling silver as well. This is 925 sterling by Maylor. I think that's how you pronounce it, Maylor, Italy. The pronunciation may not be exactly right. But let me see if I can bring this up where you can see the signature. There you go. I'm going to turn it on the side. Alright, so I really like this because although it's sterling, it's sort of like when you look at it in person, it has sort of a matte or brush-like look. I'm sure that this just needs to be polished. It is a lovely necklace. I love the way it's linked together. And this is about around, I would say closer, at least 20 to 24 inches in length. And so there's a lot of things you can do with it, but it's a lovely chain. Very nicely made. Let me pull out the next thing. I didn't pay this amount of money for it. I was in Goodwill, and some guy was looking in the case, and he just said, you should buy this. This has really good weight. It's a bracelet. I think it could go for a man or a woman with the way it's made. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see it. There you go. Let me move this out of the way. I do think that this is sterling. The way it's made, it has good weight to it. I haven't had a chance to test it. Okay, the next thing I have is this necklace. I think a lot of the when you see these necklaces like this, I think that they are like from Bali, and I think they're called nickel silver. So some people say that's not real silver, and but it is a certain type of silver in it. Maybe not a large amount, but there is silver in it. It doesn't really turn on you. But let me see if I can hang this down right. Hold it close so you can see it. And if you hear a noise, that's the garbage truck outside. It should stop in a minute. But I love the chain on it, the necklace. And I do not know if this is real turquoise or maybe just some type of acrylic. I'm not really good at telling the difference between real turquoise or fake. All right, now let me try to lay this down so you can actually see it, how it looks. Sort of Indian-like. I will try to find some earrings to match it. But this is a necklace. For some people, it probably would be like a choker, the length of it. But for me, since I have a rather slender neck, it's going to hang nicely, maybe like a 18-inch necklace or a little bit longer. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate all your kind comments. I know that there's the last video I had, some ladies asked if I would actually do some jewelry alterations. So I haven't forgotten about your request. I'm working on that. I will be showing you some in the near future. So just stay patient. All right, now I do not know what this stone is. At first I thought it could be lapis. I think this is lapis. That's what it is. It's lapis. And I think that this is hematite. And let me hold this down so you can see it. I think it's unusual, but it's pretty. It's not a, it's almost has a gray tone to it, this lapis, when you really look at it, but it's very pretty. I love that it has that triangle or arrow shape design. I haven't had a chance to test this to see if it's 925, the clasp or anything. All right, the next thing I will pull out sometimes when I have certain things, I don't want it to tangle, or it might be, let's see what I wrote on here. Okay, so the beads next to the clasp is sterling. So I apparently tested these next to the clasp. So this is sterling. And this is sterling. So I'm not certain whether I tested these or not. The reason why I didn't put that on there, but isn't that pretty? I do not know if this is glass or if it's some type of gemstone. When I first started selling jewelry, I just was selling fashion jewelry. But as time went on, I started getting into vintage, and so it is definitely a learning curve. And I probably would do a video showing everyone how I actually began with getting into this. I used to sell on eBay and Etsy, and I would sell all sorts of things, and it finally came down to needing storage space. So I decided to just sell jewelry. Now this really needs to be polished, but this is sterling silver. Let me see if I can hold this close so you can see the design. This is the back. There's that 925. So this is a nice little pen. I'm going to have to polish it up. It's really tarnished. And then we have more lapis here. And this is sterling silver. These are sterling silver. In between in lapis. There you go. And the 925 is marked on one of these. That's where I saw it. Is that it? Let's see. There you go. I was watching a video of a lady that had purchased a necklace, and when she had it tested, she thought it was sterling silver to find out that it wasn't, and she just couldn't believe it. But you know, you really need to test your silver, even when you purchase it from a department store, because I have actually purchased sterling silver earrings supposedly from a department store to find that it's fake. So I think that even vendors can kind of rip you off. Maybe they know it, maybe they don't. Isn't this beautiful? Now this is glass. I'm sure that it probably has some sort of name, a particular name, and this is hematite. At least that's what I believe it is. If I've made a mistake, please correct me, because like I said, when you start selling vintage jewelry, it's a learning curve. I do not know what this stone is. So I'm sure that somebody can tell me. These are cat eye beads. At least that's what I believe them to be. But isn't that just gorgeous? Look at this necklace. I'm going to hold this up again. Just a beautiful piece. And all of this that I'm pulling out of the bag is sterling and some beads. I think this is glass and some type of crystal. I think there is something on here. All right, let's go to the next piece. This is a little Road Runner, and I do believe that this is turquoise. I think it is the real thing. Isn't he cute? Let me turn it over. I think it's got the 925 right here. Let's see, on his head. No, that's just a marking. I know it's 925 because it was tested. So maybe this one didn't have a marking showing that it's 925, but I think it's really adorable. Now here's an interesting piece. I remember grabbing this one up. This is some type of quartz, I think. And all of this is sterling. Look at this beautiful clasp on here. I didn't pay $8 for it, but look, it opens and then it presses down like this to open up. And I'm going to lay this down because it has all this is sterling on here. It's not often that you see a choker like that. Do you see that? There's so many people who love gemstones like this, necklaces like this, but not necessarily my taste. But it is a beautiful piece. I'm going to try to pull this up a little more so you can see it in the camera. And I would consider this like a choker, the way this is. But I just think that it's a very interesting piece, the way they put this in here, in between here like that. And I will get to the point where I will not just start showing you the jewelry, holding it in my hand, but also I think sometimes the best way to see jewelry is on a person, not even on a display. Let's see what this one says. Sterling beads. So all this looks like some type of crystal. So where did I'm not seeing, maybe this is sterling when I test it. So all these little beads, they're sterling. And look at this clasp. Now, here's what I like about this necklace. It goes through like this. And then you can let it hang long. You see, you can bring it down or you can let it hang long around your neck. So it's really pretty, and I just love the design of this, how they did the clasp. You just do not see things like this hardly anymore. And I do not know whether this is onyx or jet or just faceted glass. Okay, we have this one here. I know I do not know what the stone is. I do know that this is an older piece. I do not know what the stone is, but isn't that pretty? And let me see what this says. It says that this is 800 silver pendant and brooch. It's an antique 800 silver. But I still do not know what this stone is. So if you know what it is, please let me know. Like I said, we are all on YouTube. There's so many people out there selling vintage jewelry or displaying it, and they're going through the same learning curve as myself. I think this is really pretty. I think these are faux pearls. Now, a lot of times when I have jewelry, you'll see me wrap something around, especially if it's a lot of chains. And this is to help prevent it from getting tangled like you see right now in the bag. But this is sterling. And I just love the design of this. It's unusual. And you can see how nicely it's made when you have those nail heads at the bottom of the pearls. Let me lay this down. This is a very cute choker. I think it's uniquely different. So can you see that? And let me bring it up one more time so you can see the design. What I love about old silver, I call it old silver, is that it's really hard to find something like this nowadays unless it's just old pieces. I'm going to show one more piece and then I'm going to end this video. Let me see what I can grab real quick. This is a very dainty piece. I think that this is crystal. And then the sterling. This would be for a very small wrist, like mine. It might be able to fit a little girl, but I think it's very pretty the way it's made. Very dainty. Okay, that's it. Now what I'm going to do is just sort of bring this back out and just lay it down so you can kind of see what I had, what I just showed you. We had this necklace. And this quartz necklace with the silver. I love this. That's that beads by the chain necklace by Mela Italy. I know I probably am not pronouncing that correctly. I think this was the prize winner of all when I found this and found out that this was all sterling. And I still need to test this. I do still think that this is glass, but wouldn't it be wonderful if it's actually a gemstone? I think that this is beautiful and unique. And then we have this cute bracelet here. If this isn't silver, it's got to be pewter or stainless steel, but it looks like sterling to me. It doesn't have any markings, so I do have to test it. Have this watch that I showed you with this cute dangle. And then we have this necklace here. We also have this other lapis and sterling necklace. We had this pen, sterling pen. I know these beads have a name. Honestly, I do not know what they're called, so I'm not going to pretend to know. If somebody can tell me, it would be greatly appreciated. But isn't it beautiful? I love the colors in it. And then this is another one where it has a stone, and I do not know what it is. And the last piece, we have the cute little road runner. I think he's adorable. And the last piece is this lapis necklace. It really has a grayish cast to it, but it's really pretty. It's very different. Okay, that's it for the day. Like I said, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I am going to try to start doing videos at least every Wednesday. I will let you know for certain, but that's what I'm going to make an effort to do. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. And make sure that you subscribe. Click on that bell for future notifications. Give me a thumbs up. And please put in the comments if you're interested in my showing you other things. I know that some people want me to show how to do jewelry alterations. And I can even design jewelry for you. Maybe do a tutorial. Or if you have questions about how to get started on YouTube or something to that effect, or how do you go about charging for jewelry? A lot of people ask those questions as well. Where do you find your jewelry? So just if you have any questions, just let me know. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.